guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Joy and this is my
Let's start, sorry.
Yes sir.
Let's start now, sorry.
Okay. Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Joy and this is my Leia. Welcome to Joy's Leia. It's a very special
No start, usually they talk is very special. Start again.
So, because of that interesting part.
Which interesting? What you don't talk about interesting for you?
Which interesting
All
part
the rubbish that was happening.
That's why you know it's rubbish. Start
rubbish.
again.
Start.
Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Joy and this is my Leia. Welcome to Joy's Leia. So in today's video, it's a very special video episode or whatever, because today, as you can see, I'm not alone and I have my most amazing, my most special, my most precious, the perfect bond, whatever, the perfect trinity. I have my housemates here with me. So today, you guys, as you all know, I'm not living alone. I told you guys in my previous video, which was in my house tour video, that I don't live alone. So in today's video, I brought with me to the channel my housemate, and I'm not worthy enough to do the honor, so I would let them introduce themselves to you so you get to know them. So this is my right back. On my right, I have
Tisa. My name is Tisa. I'm Zambian. Thank you.
Is that all? No, tell them something.
I study at CIU. I'm studying architecture, 4th year. Yeah.
And then
Hello everybody, I'm Pamela. I'm from Nigeria and I'm studying nursing.
okay. So in today's video, we are going to be doing a story time, practically or basically. That's what it's going to be. So we're just going to be telling you guys how we met on the island, and we're going to be talking about the assumptions we had about each other before we actually got to know each other, and then how we finally came to become housemates. Abby?
Yeah.
Is that the correct English?
Yeah, how we became housemates finally. But we didn't just
How we came to become.
how we became
How we
housemates.
became housemates.
What I said was how we came to become.
We came to become one.
So yeah, we'll be telling you guys how we became housemates. So I think I met Pamela first. Yes, I met Pamela first. I was in school. That time I was still staying in the hostel. So I was in school when I met Pamela. I remember that day very clearly. It was at the bus stop, and then I asked for the bus timing, and then that's how we got talking, and I think it was our second day or third day in school.
It was my first day in school.
Her first day in school, but the third day on the island was like
Yeah,
after
the third day
quarantine.
on the island.
After quarantine, it was her
First
third
day
day on the
in
island.
school.
So basically, I'm her senior in that aspect. So give me the respect, please.
Okay.
Anyway, so I met Pamela first. The other day I took her around as her big sister. I took her around. No,
Around to where?
I think it's Mr. Pounds
Okay, I
that
thought
day.
I thought she meant took me around the school, like around the school.
I was like,
No.
At
This
which
girl
point?
disappeared after the first day that I saw her.
No, it was because I was shy.
Will you keep quiet?
I didn't know how to actually flow with someone I just met newly. But anyway, that day I welcomed her. I showed her the beauty of Cyprus, the ins and outs, and yeah, then we were chatting. But I think where we got like really close was during the exam period, because we had to study together. And that time, since I was in the hostel, I was staying alone. So when sometimes she would go to class and she wouldn't see me, so she would call like, Joy, why are you not in class? And I'm like, I forgot that there was class.
Somebody that went to school.
And then that, like,
Thank you. Confess.
Yeah, she's opening her own
Confess.
secrets.
she's the one that wakes me up. So like her call wakes me up, then I go to school. So it was that exam period that we actually, because we had to study together and prepare for exams and stuff like that. So it was through Pam that I met Tisa. So yeah, from here on out, I think I'm just going to let the two of them continue from here on out. So you tell me your assumption that you had about me.
Okay, you said what was your assumption about me? And then
Okay, prior to when I met Pam, I met Simi like anywhere I go, first of all, I'm always the youngest. So I met Timmy like when I was coming to Nigeria. If Pam is my mom on the island, Timmy is like my grandma on the island. So Timmy is this kind of like very strict person, yeah, and like she's just very strict. Like what is right, what is wrong is wrong. So when I met Pam, she kind of like gave me that vibe. So I just felt like Pam is this kind of very strict person. Like she doesn't play with anything. Like don't carry any rubbish and name. Like very strict. I felt like she was very strict and
Yeah. Are we expecting a visitor?
no, imagine Franklin.
But he did not tell us he was coming.
But it's first. Now wow. Who's that?
Ah! Going to the elevator like, oh.
Yes!
For treasure! All of us! Why is she shocked? We're hailing you now.
Why are you? Yes, now.
Let them know that you want.
Anyhow.
Yeah, this is the girl we're hailing.
This is cream de la cream.
Why did I leave?
Okay, so where were we?
Where were we?
You were saying
Okay,
the assumption around
okay,
it.
okay, yeah. So I just felt like Pam was this kind of very strict person, and
Okay.
this. Okay, I felt like she was okay. She is smart, but at that like when I first met her, I was just like, this one is bookworm. I just felt she's strict. She's bookworm. She's like. I just felt like this one is the person that like if it got close, she just want to push me. Like somehow I felt kind of oppressed. So I felt I had this inferiority complex. Yes, because I just felt like God, this person is better than me in every aspect. Like I just felt small, but I kind of like liked the vibe she had around her. But that was the assumption. Some of them were not wrong. Like it wasn't completely wrong, but I think they were exaggerated.
Okay.
I think because Pam is strict, but the way I pictured her to be, the way I imagined it to be is this overly strict. So I think my assumptions were just exaggerated, but they were not so wrong.
So what about Tisa? Your first impression about Tisa?
When I met Tisa, was the first day I came to Pam's house. God, that day was a very, very foolish move of me. Like I didn't know the apartment. I've never been here. I didn't have her location. Like I didn't tell her I was coming. I have never been here. She has never like described this place to me. Oh, I just like woke up that day and was like, I wanted to come to Pam's house. How I was
No, that was not what happened.
No.
Okay, that's what you think happened. That's what you thought, like maybe from your. But I remember what happened. Like
I
missed your
from what I remember, but I've never been here. I've forgotten what happened, but I was like, I want to go to Pam's house. How I was going to get there, I didn't know. So I just entered the road and I got network, and then I called her, and then she described me. She came to pick me up, and then that's when I met Tisa. My assumption of Tisa, I think I felt. What was my assumption? I didn't have any assumption because I already heard about Tisa from Pam. So it was just based on what she told me.
You, yeah.
Yes. Because she was always like, oh, today my housemate helped me clean my room. Oh, my housemate did this. I didn't do my housemate is so kind. My housemate is so this, my housemate is so that.
See, I'm being bullied in this video. Bullying! That's not bullying.
So I feel like I just came off with that like thought or that impression in mind that oh, Tisa is a very nice person. And she's very jovial, that kind of thing. So I just
I gave you the impression about Tisa already, so there was no
room for me to create one of my own.
Okay, first of all, please forgive my baby. This eye. Please, I'm not YouTube, I'm not used to this looking thing. So I have my hot water bottle here to keep me warm. The weather is cold. So the first person I met was Tisa. Tisa happens to be my first housemate on the island. Immediately I left quarantine, I was brought to the apartment, and it has been my earnest prayer that I just get someone that I can call a sister. At some point, I was even telling my agent that I just needed to pay for a month so that in case the house is not okay, not even the house, in case the person is not okay, I will leave after a month. So when I walked in that day, it was really cold. It saw her kitted up like she was on a rope, head warmer, I think 2 head warmers, her socks, everything. So my first impression about Tisa was she was a tomboy. Because the only thing I saw was her face. But her accent was top notch. With Tisa is now she's speaking Nigerian. English. Her accent was okay, but she was nice. She was nice. I even stepped out with my agent, went to get food, came back. Then the next morning I went to church. I came back. That was when I saw a bit of her hair. So I was like, okay, this girl actually makes hair. She's not really tomboy. But she was sitting on a shorts, her head warmer and everything.
Sure.
The landlady came, we signed our contract. So in a nutshell, Tisa beat my expectations because she was more than what I prayed for. She was not just a housemate. I think we bonded more when I found out that we're not just age mates, we're born on the same, we shared the same birth months.
Yes.
Just different. I think I'm just older with 12 days.
Yeah. And how when I also called you Priscilla.
Like that thing still surprised me today. Immediately I came when my agent left. Tisa just said, I think I was calling her to help me do the heater in the room. She called me Priscilla. I was like, how comes? I'm Pamela. My sister is Priscilla. So did anybody tell you about Priscilla? She said, no, she just thought that was my name. I was like, no, that's not my name. So
The bond was there.
Tisa was everything and more I prayed for, like I said.
For
Joy. My first impression about Joy, like she said, I met her in school, my first day in school at the bus stop. She just walked up to me and said, please, has the bus left? I was like, no, I think, because I was waiting for the other bus to the bus. I was like, the time is so and so, I think 1:30 or 2:30. So she now said, okay. So as we just got talking, people were just calling, I think 2 guys, Joy. I was like, this girl is popular. So I was like, that's me. I'll be like, what's your name? What department? Because I was new in school and I wanted someone to guide me to ready. Because of COVID, most classes were online, but you can go to physical class if you so wish. So I asked her department. She said nursing, and she was in my level. So it got me attracted to Joy. Like, okay. So she said she was going to a place called Mr. Pound. She wanted to go and get, I can't remember. So I was like,
umbrella or something.
no, okay, maybe it's umbrella. So I was like, okay, I've heard about that place. I want to also get stuff for my apartment, but I planned on going with someone that wanted to show me around. She was like, but we can actually go together. So it was about to rain. We now had to go back to our hostel. She picked her jacket to now wear. My first impression, she was a talkative. Inside the bus, can you speak outside? Joy, see you. You're outside, cannot speak outside. What skill do you have? I said I can make hair, I can sew to an extent. Joy. I was like, this girl is a talkative. But notwithstanding, I'm that kind of person that if I see someone, I can tell if I really want to vibe with the person. I just knew she was someone I want to keep as a friend. So we exchanged contacts that day. I even had to go back to school like, okay, we exchanged our contact that day. The next day, I was calling this girl. She was sleeping. So I think because I was new, I resumed so late. Like, I even missed my meeting. So I had to go for physical class. So I was calling this girl to come. Joy will reply my message in the evening. So I think towards exam period, when I finally saw her, okay, the last day of my makeup exams, I saw Joy. So we got talking and we were like, I asked her how she did her exams. She said she was writing her exams in the library because she had to use the system in the library. So we're not like, okay, we'll study together and write our exams together. She now said she don't like using her phone because it will just, at some point, it might disappoint her. And so I now told her, I had the system, my housemate also had the system. And I told her that I'll talk to my housemate if she will lend her system during that period. If she will lend her system so that we can do the exam together, so that her phone will not disappoint her. So the first time Joy came to my apartment was when we went in search for a job. Yes, we went in search for a job. So the thing is, we were like, we're supposed to go, let's say we're supposed to go with 12:30 bus. I and Sister went to the immigration that day. She followed me to do something at the immigration. So because in my head, we're leaving by 12:30. By 12:30, we should be at the place. Joy, in her head, 12:30, she did not see me in school. She now waited for 1:30 bus. In my head, 12:30, I already left for the appointment. I went to the place. Joy was not there. I had to, even me that day, I suffered. I had to walk back home. Because I was not used to the road. I don't know which bus is going left and right.
Okay, that day. Yes. Like, what a brown jacket.
Yes.
Okay, remember.
But before then, I already described my house for this impede. So I got home, I was so tired. Then Joy now traced my house. She was around my house. Funny enough, she even passed my house, not knowing that it was my apartment.
That day I will come.
But she was smart enough to get internet from one of the pharmacy around. So she now called me and I went outside and I picked her. I picked her. Tessa just saw her that day. They didn't even there was no conversation. Hello, they just greeted and all of it. It was the next time this madam came to my house. Oh God. Joy touched. and touched. Who has this thing? Who has this book? I say, God, yeah. Sit one place. So, but that was how we got to know each other, and to just flow. Sister is this kind of person that whoever I bring to the house, she just vibe with the person immediately. True. I think she believed my choice of friends. That's why she just.
She has too much faith in Pam. She was like, no, Pam can never bring this kind of person.
So yeah, that's how she just vibed with Joy. And at that point, Joy was not staying with us. She was not our housemate. We already had someone with us, but she left the island. But even at that, Joy comes to the house, she spent a week, 2 weeks, like that. She was that free.
The thing is that I actually just give them the house, like, just keep for me. So when I'm ready to come, I just come and go. So
you hear it straight from the mouth.
Mad man.
So it's not like it was their house like that.
Okay, like she said, it's her apartment. So Joy she was coming around. She would spend a week and 2 weeks like that. And God so kind, our housemate as her then was she never had an issue with it. We're just like that. Even at times when Joy was that free that she can come to the house in my absence and stay. Then anytime, even if she comes and say she's going 7 o'clock, but it's a lie, she's not going. In her mind,
she knows in her mind
she knows she'll not go. She'll not go.
But then she'll be doing things like she's about to go.
She'll not be like, Sister just fell in love with Joy, so she'll not be so close to Sister. Sister will not come, Pam, can she stay in my head? This is my house. I'm like, okay, no problem, she can't stay, but in my head, I need y'all, please go. So,
but you like my company.
From one day rather to turn to 3 days. 3 days, 1 week plus. This girl, so that's how she became. Member. Yeah, so when our housemate was moving out, she was leaving the island rather. So Sister was like, you know what, let's just stay together for the period of time that our rent will expire for us to renew. So we stayed for like 2 months before joining. We're like, okay, since she's someone we already know, let's just take her.
That period, you guys, that period was the time.
But
that time was
even
the
when
time.
Even when she has not officially signed the contract for this house, she was still very free. She was like free to. That was when her liberty came very.
We knew the real Joy.
Joy has not started saying this house. Joy broke our battery.
We're just like, you're not even you're not
deposit girl.
She broke the mop, the battery. Like, if they had, like, I did not know. Like, but
I should come to you like.
Yeah, it was when she finished destroying the thing. She will not come so innocent. Like, Pam. She does not look at me eye to eye. She's like, she said like, Pam, what happened? What talk? And I said, I'm sorry, it was not intentional. I broke something. I'm like, okay, it's fine. So that's how she became part of a family. Yeah, we're family.
I think I broke at like 3 things.
I counted 2, she's counting 3.
So
that's how she became part of the family, and God so kind today we live in love, peace, and
though Pam was a bit debatable about her coming into the house.
To be honest, when Joy wanted to come,
like,
there's a difference between when someone is coming as a visitor and when she's now
coming
a
to
real
stay.
occupant of the house.
Yeah.
I was scared. I was like, this girl should not match my head and pass one day, because me, I don't like plenty wahala. Joy, like there was something you did that made me, do you know?
That
she upset
the demon for the rent, yeah.
No. AC, this girl.
We're
trying to manage our bills.
That's AC.
So we're trying to manage our bills. We don't put on the AC during winter.
She
knows very well, and she too. She will not try it.
I asked Pam to on the AC.
On the AC. When I walked into the room, she said, "Hey, Pam, can I on the AC?" The AC was
Yet
on.
it was already on.
What kind of woman being is this? So, but since I just left it in my court, she was like, "You just have the final say. If you want her to come, fine." But I feel if she come, we can curtail her. We can always tell her, "Oh, do this," or "You are wrong at this point," and all of that. So I was like, the truth is, nobody's perfect, and it's not difficult to get someone. But how well do I know them? They said the devil you know is better than the angel you don't know. So I was like, okay, let's take her. And
it's why I said at that time was the time, like, because I knew that at that during that period, I felt like at least 3 times or twice that I offended Pam, and I knew that because there was a time she told me that you are not staying.
Yeah, there was
with
something
me.
that happened. I told her, Pam told that day, I said, "You are not."
Pam was like that day.
But
I cried.
deep down, I was just threatening her, to be honest. Because even since Anita came and said, "Pam," I was like, I don't want. But deep down, I was just threatening her. I know that
that day I cried. I was like, because I'm this kind of person that I hate, like, when I feel like I've let someone down, like when I feel like I've disappointed someone, I hate that thing. I feel like it's better I'm just dead, like I don't just die and go. So when Pam said that thing that day, Tisa's anger has passed the roof. It has passed the ninth heaven. Like that day I was
angry.
Tisa was angry at me.
Okay, yeah,
Pam was angry at me
because she did something that we
Princess
did not
was angry at me.
Yes.
But I think Bolu is one of those quiet.
We didn't really know Bolu's say because she just felt okay. She don't really have a say in it and all of that.
Princess anger was not so much, but she was angry, but
true.
she didn't like just straight. But Pam and Tisa was like, and this place was like my only hope if I was to leave the hostel. Because no, I've already left the hostel. They've already thrown me out of the hostel.
Sure that this is our house.
I swear,
she was really
if it was not
convinced.
this place, I had no other place because financially and in terms of like the peace of mind when you're staying with someone, this was the best place for me. So I was like, hey, my own don't know. I go for
impression.
How you met us and your first impression.
yeah.
You guys have already said how I
we
met you.
met.
Okay, your
guys.
impression about
Yeah,
that.
but okay, my impression of this one first.
Feeling herself.
I felt like she was like my spirit human being, my twin's flame. I don't know. She was too hyped. She was enjoying life. You're just fun to be around with. She was fun. She showed herself the first day we met. There was no pretense. There was no what.
Yeah.
For her. Look at this. And this is what I have to start with every day. For Palms on, it was more of, I was actually glad she was my age mate because I was praying for someone my age mate who was the opposite of me because exactly, I'd have stayed with too many, my age or younger than me. But I wanted someone my age mate who I could relate with. And when Pam came, I thought she was quiet, reserved, kept to herself, but my age mate, nonetheless, So even when I was talking to her, I thought she doesn't talk. So that's why I was the one who was majorly like telling her, hey, if you want food, you can get anything. You.
I'm not end of last year / beginning of this year that we actually saw Pam. Like Pam talkative side.
I'm not quiet to be honest, but I'm not talkative.
Exactly. When she talks, it's talk sense. That's why she never talks as much.
So when people say I'm quiet, I know I'm not quiet, but I don't talk. I don't talk when it's needed, when it's necessary.
Like aside the talking, like her Pam actual jovial part is end of last year and beginning of this year that we actually saw because something should do be like Pam
doing
like
this
out of you like
oh yeah. For Pam's on, I felt like she was quiet. There are those people you meet and then that these people will be hyped, they'll be going out. Pam didn't give me that vibe. It was more like, okay, I came here for what I came here for, and I'll be out. She's that type of person, and that's what made me draw to her because she was the opposite of me. I was struggling. I was struggling with my education and stuff, but I needed someone who was focused on their own shit. I need to be easier for me to like, okay, this is the person I want to be next to.
Someone who influence you.
Yeah, someone who at least was my age mate, and I could see that, okay, this one is not my age, but they're doing things in a certain way, and her life is going. Why not be drawn to someone with that attribute? So yeah, I wanted to be that person who says birds of the same feather flock together. Exactly. So that's how I appreciated it. It was actually a prayer.
I feel like
Pam was a prayer answer.
Same thing with you because I prayed for someone I could live with, like a sister. I could actually call a sister, not just a housemate. And that's Tisa.
I feel like all three of us are very different people. The only thing that is common is like our opinions on things, but like character-wise, we are very different.
And the good thing about that is that despite we have different character, like our characters are different, we can still coexist and live in harmony. That's just important.
Because Pam is reserved. The only people that have like a bit of similarity in character is actually me and Tisa because we are actually outspoken, but my own outspoken is like a childlike kind of outspoken. I'm just everywhere, but Tisa is outspoken when she needs to be outspoken. But me,
I relate to when
every age.
When you behave like a child, I just look at you like.
I can stoop
but she
whatever she's doing.
Yeah,
Exactly. So I blend with every level, and she's just everywhere.
I'm telling you. But
I think what has kept us together for this long was more of understanding. the more we understood each other, the more we did not expect too much from the other person.
Sure.
If we know the character and we accept, no, this is how this person is. If they're willing to change, they're willing to change. If they're not, that's their own thing. But this is the person I'm with, and we understood each other's behaviors. When someone did something, we wouldn't be shocked about it. We're it's Joy. Oh, it's Tisa.
Yeah.
We understand each other.
And we are able to like bend our backs for each other. Like there's some things where like, no, if it's not going this way, I can never agree. But there's sometimes though it's not convenient for any of the other person. But
you guys bend the most for me.
But
it's hard for us to bend because Pop is like when it's morals is like this, everything is like this.
If I'm targeted to this thing, it must be. I must see the end to, or I must see that end. Like I must see the end to it. But Tisa will be like, okay, let's just say, for instance, let me just give you a scenario. Let's say we want to have lunch. Okay, mind you, we cook together, we eat together. Let's say we want to have lunch, and in her mind, let's say she wants swallow.
No, it's spaghetti. If it's not spaghetti,
let's just imagine.
Let's say spaghetti. Jollof spag is. Ever since I tested that thing, it's my thing.
Okay, let's say she wants spag, and Joy says she wants. Let's say Joy says she wants. Joy Joy's always anything.
I swear, anything. I'm always indecisive about.
Let's cook rice so that we'll eat spag tomorrow afternoon. Mind you, she already wanted spag, and in her mind, body and soul, she wants spag. She'll be like, okay, let's cook rice because I said let's eat rice.
Because
like
no,
that.
the only reason why I say yes, let's eat rice is because if you cook spag, she won't eat. Because her mentor has already told her that she's not doing that.
I feel rice.
Exactly. And if you cook it at night and you cook spag and she wanted rice, she'll eat it tomorrow morning because her plan was to eat rice today, then spag tomorrow. She will stick with that plan.
That one I know they bend the most from me. Like aside food, there are things I cannot really point out now.
So major
really
decisions for the house, major decision for the house.
But I think people stick to my decision when it comes to her because you trust my decision.
Yeah,
Perfect though, I'm not perfect, but I think that's just it.
Before anything happens, go and ask Pam. Go and ask Pam.
Pam is the mother of the house.
Even if it's the most tiny, down to the most tiny.
Even her.
Down to the most tiny details. Go and ask Pam.
Exactly. I think because Pam is that person. If she has made a decision, she's really thought about it. So for us, we're more sometimes I'm also indecisive, but Pam will be like, okay, she'll have an answer. Even sometimes when she comes to ask us for an opinion, she's already made her conclusion.
Answer.
It's not like someone she's just bringing up question because she doesn't know the answer. No, she knows the answer. That's what makes Pam more reliable because she sticks to what she says. If she says it like this,
in decision making, I'm reliable. But helping my job is very reliable.
This one, oh my God, you guys!
Jack of all trades.
I'm telling you,
we remove cap for you, but
I swear, really.
It's the time when we told her to get the trolley.
Funny enough,
and she had to wake up in the morning.
I feel she don't know that she's that reliable, or she's that helpful in people's life until we now start putting it out to her that, oh Joy, you are this,
no, where I realized was that that trolley day brought to my brain.
Like even Treasure was like,
if I'm the one who should not be trying, to be honest, even me, if I was the one or more, let's not tell the story of the trolley.
That day, it's like when Tisa called, I was like, oh wait, though. If it's Tisa would never, like, not even in the next life, with Tisa ever stand up from her sleep to go and do anything
at that time.
God.
It's because to be honest, that's why we need each other.
We're just
at
perfect.
that point, we knew that it's only her that can fit into that role. I can't do it. So even if we're both there together, why didn't I bring it back? Or why didn't you bring it back? It's just because we felt she can fit into that role best. And there are other things that she can do, you can handle best. I think that was just it. But man, I can look out for you. Try.
This one.
No, that day don't mean that. No, I'm actually, and the day that you guys pranked me, that like I don't know who pranked you about what. That you call me, Joy, come on this one. I'll say, Joy, come on this one. Like in the space of 5 minutes, I'm sure they called my name like 20 times. I'm helping this one here. You know what? Shouting Joy.
So me and Pam had planned this. That we'll call, like, Pam will be in the other room, I'll be in my room. And we'll be asking Joy to help us. And we'll see how long it will take before she breaks. But we broke before she even broke because we're like
it was
that.
so funny.
So I would call her. I'll be like, Joy, come and help me lift this.
She will
After
go.
she comes,
Before she even concentrates on what she wants to do, I'll call her, Joy, please come out.
I should be going.
We were looking for this book that day. So Pam was like, where is this book? Because I was the last person that saw this book. So Pam was like, for like this way we write our list for marketing or whatever. So Pam was like, where is this book? And I was the last person that saw it. So I was like, I saw it here, check this place. And so I was like, Joy, come on, help me put this box up. Shouldn't it be like this? I'm like, wait, I almost cried that day. I almost cried because I didn't want the other person to look like I didn't want to help. Because Pam was not like, so you now
leave me like this.
We're not making it very very important
I almost
for her.
cried that
so
day. Like,
you ignore me, you go and answer Tisabi.
Her mood just changed.
Now, even when we told her that we're joking, it took her some time to process her.
She almost broke at one point. We're like, no, we're not gonna do it again.
At one point I was like, I should not pranking me, but
yeah.
No, I think
that was my impression.
Yeah, that was just
our impression about each other.
And thank God it's moving on. I think as the day goes by, we tend to appreciate each other more. And I appreciated the fact that it's just you guys, not any other person. It's just you guys.
I don't think we would have clicked if it was any other.
Yeah.
I
I'll just be on my own.
Yeah.
I think it
because even now it takes to be honest, people are even trying. Let's say even if Joy say, oh, let's do what do you call that? Ladies' night out or the girls' night out?
Okay, gossip girls night.
Me, I'm not doing no. I'm on my bed. So I felt that by now they would have gotten angry that you don't associate, you don't me.
But we've also learned to accept
they just noticed that okay, this is her person. And funny enough, maybe the day I now say, oh, let's play a game or let's see a movie, they will come over.
That's our thing. That's our
it takes
thing.
love and understanding to just happen to just stay with me because that thing. At times I used to even think, I was like, see this girl. So when they will say let's do this, I'm like, that's the day I want to sleep, or that's the day I just want to be alone. But when it's me that is initiating the idea for that night, they are always ready.
Because it's not something that she usually does. So when she says let's do
that's our opportunity to actually have time with this one.
Exactly.
And we're like, we'll never have this opportunity again.
Always ready. We are always
let's snatch it whilst it's here.
And I feel like it's also they're also the best people for me because this kind of person that anywhere where breeze blow, body they
very indecisive.
That kind of thing. So I really need someone that would that. Okay, that another reason I wanted to stay with Simi initially because Simi was very strict and stern like a mom. That kind of yeah. So she's you can't it's not as if she would control my life, but even if she controls it for a good reason, you can't stay out late or you can't do this or you can't do that because she was telling me Simi used to tell me to my face that the way you are on this island, if you don't take your time, you are
going to go.
Yes, you're gone already. And me,
reputation is important.
If I should be honest with myself, I knew that was how it was going to be. So I really did that would just hold me down. And
she has both. She has someone who will hold her down and someone who will make her just do her thing. I'll accept her to do her playfulness. I won't hold her as a gauge. But she has Pam who will ground her, who will say, there's a time for this, there's a time for this, relax. You even just look at Pam's eye and you know what she's supposed to be doing. But me, I talk. So that's how sometimes she'll be doing she hasn't heard.
I hear, it's just that. If
so you hear?
Yes,
it's time.
Wait, no, it's not as if my ears are working. Sometimes people are talking, I'll just bend my head like this, or I'm pressing my phone. My ears are working. I'm hearing what you guys are saying. I just don't want to look at your faces because it's embarrassing. I'm feeling disappointed.
Embarrassment.
Yes.
Yeah.
Emotional damage.
I think I think she said that to me when I met her that I'm like Simi. But just the difference between myself and Simi is our mode of correction. Yeah, Simi is raw. She'll just tell her the way it is, regardless of how she feels. But me, I'll drag her to one side, or just the way I look at her, she just know that okay, yeah, something is wrong.
Yeah, you are the serious.
Yeah, accommodating.
I'm a jack of all trades.
She's very accommodating. She's very accommodating.
The jack of all trades.
Anything you want in this house, I will fix it.
Any skill you need is Tisa.
I think we said it initially when we came, before even Joy started staying. I said I'm the mommy of the house, Tisa is the daddy. Tisa is. I remember this. Do you remember that day? It was just both of us. Emilia has left. So I was in the kitchen. I was here, but Tisa was in her room. She was trying to do something on her system. The next thing, the electricity just went out. Almost. See, I ran without my slippers. I was outside. So I just came. Pam, where are you? Just went to the changing board. What do they call that? That controls
the socket thingy.
Just open that. I was like, this. The next few seconds, our light was restored. I was like, this girl. So Tisa is everywhere. Like Wi-Fi, water, electricity,
everything.
Even when things go wrong.
She's the handyman.
Even with our system, our phones, like name it. She's just there. So she's good.
So with this viewpoint of ours, I hope we've been able to convince you and not confuse you
that we're the real housemates.
Yes, we are the real housemates of
Beverly Hills.
Beverly.
Was that not what you named the house?
Lefkoshire Hills.
Let's remove that. Beverly Hills.
Beverly Hills.
We are the real housemates of.
Look at this, the way we're looking.
Beverly Hills.
Okay, so with this viewpoint of ours, I hope we have been able to convince you and not confuse you that we are the real housemates of Beverly Hills and we are the best for each other. And yeah, our story is the perfect story.
It's the
I can cry right now, you guys. What they've done for me, you guys. We didn't even say the story in detail, but
we've left some important things.
A lot happened. Especially when I was about to move in that period. That was the time. That was the highlight of our lives together. Well, yeah, we've just been perfect. That's the only word I could use for this house. It's perfect. The perfect noisemakers.
No.
I think
1 a.m. That's their 4 p.m. 3 a.m. is their 6 p.m. Like how? I will come out and say, do you girls know that you are not the one in this apartment? Sorry. I go inside. 5 minutes, they resume the one.
The thing about our family here, we're not a housemate, we're not what. Yeah. Excuse me. We're a family, and you know how you guys and your siblings do it. Like your sibling will just come to your room, budging and sleep, or wear your clothes, or just do it. That's exactly that goes on here. Like Joy, I'm trying to chase her from my room, but it can never happen.
It's getting to a month now.
As in a month, she's been
a month. It's not
getting to a month.
It's getting to a month.
Yeah, you have been in Tisa's room. Yes.
She's a permanent resident.
December now.
December?
Yes. December when Princess and Bulu was there. Let's say from December. You only slept.
January.
No.
My guy.
December you have not been for Christmas. Maybe you slept only twice back in that room. Yes, you do Tisa's room.
Exactly.
So
that's how it is.
She
just be sleeping anywhere.
Sorry, girl. You won't find me on any other person's bed.
At all.
Just
on your own. But people be going on her bed.
I remember when I felt my bed was bad, I had to call the landlady. I moved my mattress to the parlor. Since I said, why? I have 2 big beds in my room. I said, no, don't worry, I'm fine. Like, so, I don't know.
She's very strict. Just certain things, yeah.
So, anyways, you guys, that is the end of this video. Another one is coming. No, we're going anyway. Just wait. Another one is coming. And I know you enjoyed the video. I don't want to say if you enjoyed the video.
Please.
We know you enjoyed the video. So please
subscribe.
Hit the like button. Drop a comment. Tell us what you think about the video. Tell us how it is with your housemates. And yeah, all of that.
Turn on the post notification.
Yeah, turn on your post notification. And please hit the subscribe button for more of this juicy content. And then we'll see you guys in the next video.
Yeah, we hope to come your way next time. See you.
Bye.